One of the best to break the line was Hula Hoop, hoist on the inside out nicely. So was Inshallah, and trying to come across Magical Path in company with the Ravelli. Then out to Conquer, Shootout, followed by Tuxedo, Hagman and Mars King wide, and last. A lap to go past the judge, and Inshallah just leads from Magical Path, and hoist on the inside. Hula Hoop settling into a nice posse, and then out to Conquer. The Ravelli can't get anywhere near the rails at the moment from Shootout. And then Mars King, second last on the inside of Mars King, being Tuxedo, and a length and a quarter further back to the veteran Hagman. They race past the 1600 metres, and it's Inshallah leading the way. A half to three quarters of a length on Magical Path. Third hoist, one out, one back. Next is Hula Hoop, and two to out to Conquer. Three quarters the fence Shootout, a length the Ravelli, similar margin Tuxedo, three quarters Mars King, one off the fence, and a length and a half to Hagman. No great change in the order now as they negotiate the run towards the back of the course near the 1200 metres, and it's Inshallah leading the way. Three quarters of a length on Magical Path. Third posse is Hoist. Then comes Hula Hoop. Shootout out to Conquer, followed by the horse on the outside. Next is the Ravelli, just shading Tuxedo. 2.5 to Mars King, and a couple of lengths further back is Hagman. 1,000 metres left to gallop, so they've gone more than halfway. And Inshallah in front, but here comes the rider aboard, out to Conquer, letting rip, and out to Conquer. Raced up to join Inshallah as they come down the side of the course. A length and a half to Magical Path. Another length and three quarters then to Hoist, parked on the inside of Hula Hoop from Shootout the Ravelli. Then Tuxedo the rails, a couple of lengths to Mars King, and three quarters to Hagman. Down to the 600 metres, they're starting to really sprint now. Inshallah ahead clear on out to Conquer as they race up towards the home corner. Third position is occupied at this particular stage by Magical Path. Shootout trying to come round them, followed at the head of the others Hagman. Hula Hoop held up for a run. Hoist on the inside from Mars King, and then Tuxedo and the Ravelli. They're homeward bound, and Inshallah just leading Magical Path again, joining it and heading it. A length to Shootout, followed by Mars King. Hula Hoop not going on with it. It's Magical Path, 150 to go. A length and a half on Mars King. Inshallah can't do any better, but it's Magical Path the leader. Mars King won't pick it up, and Magical Path narrowly from Mars King, and Tuxedo got third from Shootout, Hagman, Inshallah, Hula Hoop, Hoist, and then the Ravelli, and out to Conquer at the tail of the field.
On the Super Tab there, 2 Magical Path, 860, 260, 3 Mars King, 160, 4 Tuxedo, 310.
90 and 220. Number 3 Mars King, 160, and third number 4 Tuxedo to pay $3.30. Magical Path, a stablemate of Inshallah, and Magical Path by Nassapur from What a Save, owned by the Aura Stud Limited Syndicate, A.A. Ariston, I.T. Cooper and P.J. Jackson. A Baymare 5, win 3, 4 seconds, 3/3 from 23 starts, and Seamonth the winning jockey. 2-3-4 official. Mars King second, got home pretty well. A 3-year-old chestnut gelding Mars K, Katie's Kingdom, J. Denham Elditman, and number 4 Tuxedo made up some ground in the latter part. A 5-year-old chestnut gelding Opera Prince, McCarthy's daughter, Pat Cassett Orange, Andrew Gibbons, and number 9 ran fourth, and that was Shootout. The time for the race was 2:20.01. This track is certainly slow today. 2:20.01, well outside Battlewise's class record of 2:13.36. The Quinella in NSW 14.50, Exacta 28.70, and the Trifecta $316.90.
The run. Racing. Zuccarino broke the line first out here from Will Fly on the outside, away quickly Encounter, and further out is Al Mansour pushing forward. Just behind the Rebel, followed further back by Cut Up Rough, Pengula and Mahogany last of all. Zuccarino took up the running, led by a length now Al Mansour, and Rose of Danehill third. 2 further back, Encounter running fourth. 1.5 further back is Rebel on the inside of Will Fly, and then came Pengulu 3 deep around Cut Up Rough, and over on the inside Mahogany. Zuccarino slows them up and comes down the side at the 950 metre mark. A half Al Mansour. Rose of Danehill had to ease back on the inside, and Pengulu's pulling his way forward out 3 deep around the outside of Encounter, who's got his head up in the air and his fighting with Dye at the moment. Encounter. He lost a bit of ground there with that mishap, and further back in the race, Cut Up Rough, followed by Rebel. Will Fly and Mahogany last of all. They've only dawdled, and it's Zuccarino ahead in front. El Mansour's quickly on terms, 2 to Pengulu. Then Rose of Danehill back on the inside of Encounter. He's got up into the bit again. Then further back, Cut Up Rough from Will Fly, Rebel and Mahogany last of all. El Mansour's going up quickly to Zuccarino when they turn for home, and it's El Mansour and Zuccarino, 2.5 Encounter, Rose of Danehill. Then further back, Pengulu from Rebel. El Mansour took the lead. Encounter after it, 200 metres to go. Then Zuccarino from Will Fly. Encounter after El Mansour, levels up now. Wider out as Will Fly. It's El Mansour, grabbed by Encounter. Encounter with his nose in front. Encounter a nose, El Mansour. Third Rebel on the inside from Will Fly and Mahogany home late. Then further back in the race, Zuccarino from Pengulu, Rose of Danehill, and Cut Up Rough is last of all.
Number 7 in a photo, Encounter, 350, 150 over El Mansour at 120. Maybe 5 Rebel for third at 230.
7 Encounter, 460, 170. Number 8, El Mansour, 120. 5 Rebel, $2.40.
And number 7 goes in the frame. Number 7 Encounter. Number 7 has been a good win because he tried to back him off the speed coming down the side, and his head went skyward. Encounter, and he lost ground. Dye got him up on the bit, as I said in the call. He started to get up on the bridle again before the home turn, and it's been a good win, 7, 8 and 5. Number 7 Encounter, Shane Dye. Second place in going to El Mansour, given every chance by Oliver, sitting outside Zuccarino, arresting the lead when they turn for home. And third in Rebel, as they bunched up in the straight. Rebel snuck up on the inside to get into third, number 5. Fourth in number 6, Will Fly, which looked a good hope at the 200. And right on their heels here has been Mahogany. Under the pattern of racing, it was nearly impossible for Mahogany to make Radius still last on the turn. When they came for home, Zuccarino under pressure, grabbed by El Mansour. Rose of Danehill back inside Encounter, who'd come out. Then further out was Will Fly. El Mansour drew a length in front of the 300-metre mark, but Encounter had him right on his sights, levelled up to him. And the 3-year-olds had a terrific battle, with Encounter just nosing out El Mansour on the post and Rebel pushing up on the fence to get into third.
Habitus in the 5th. The blue.
Okay, we'll look at...
They're off this time, and the Canberra Galloper, Quick and Handsome, was first to leave. Big Assignment jumped out well, and so did Noise and Cossamar. Crash Hot and Lady Lucky is starting to gather speed and to spear through nearer to the inside. 2 lengths further back in the field is Hit the Wagon, who's travelling along the rails at this point of time from Turn Me Loose. And Northern Drake is close up last. Inside the 1,000 they go, and Lady Lucky goes through to lead by 3/4 of a length. Quick and Handsome. Third off the track is Big Assignment. Length and a half to Crash Hot, and then Noise and Hit the Wagon going along the rails. Followed at the head of the others then on the outside by Cossamar. Northern Drake is second last, and Turn Me Loose brings up the rear as they come down to the 600 marker. And Lady Lucky, 3 lengths Quick and Handsome. Wider out third is Big Assignment. 2 Crash Hot, Hit the Wagon the inside, followed closely by Noise. Deeper out still is Cossamar coming to the bend. Northern Drake second last, and Turn Me Loose whips them in only about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead, held by Lady Lucky. And as they straighten up, Lady Lucky 3/4 of a length. Big Assignment in third position, Quick and Handsome, followed by Noise, Cossamar, and Hit the Wagon. Plenty of room along the rails, but it's the worst place to be. Here's Noise starting to extend. He's going after Northern Drake, who got the split. Northern Drake, in fact, is starting to hold Noise clear of Lady Lucky, and Northern Drake beat Noise and Lady Lucky. And then Turn Me Loose, Hit the Wagon, followed by Big Assignment, Crash Hot, Cossamar, and tailed off Quick and Handsome.
Super Tab, 10, Northern Drake, 930, 250. Number 1, Noise, 120. 9, Lady Lucky, 360. Treble on 1, 210, $290.50.
Number 10, ridden by Grant Cooksley. Got through outside of Lady Lucky, between Lady Lucky and Noise. Budgie, it sprinted quickly. And Northern Drake has scored by Varick from Elizabeth Drake. And on the New South Wales tote, number 10 has paid $8.30 and $2.30. It's always pretty solid in the ring here too. Around about that price. Noise number 1 has paid $1.30, and number 9 Lady Lucky has returned $3. Those numbers are up. 10-1-9. Number 6 was 4th. Turn Me Loose. Number 7 ran 5th. Hit the Wagon, and the 6th placing number 3, and that was Big Assignment. Well, Dittman on hit the wagon, as I was saying in the call. I mean, the inside certainly had plenty of room to come through, but the inside on the straight is not the place to be. But there is dead set nothing Mick could do about it, because he couldn't get away from the rails. He was just hamstrung. He had to go through along the inside of Same, and its run can be overlooked when assessing its prospects next time in. So maybe the coming back in distance played against Noise this afternoon, but take nothing from the winner, Northern Drake by Varick. Elizabeth Drake, Domeland Proprietary Limited, the owners, and Grant Cooksley, the Domeland jockey aboard. Kenny Mann, the trainer from Colnura. And the winning margin in favour of Northern Drake was a half length, 2 1/4 second and third, a half 2 1/4. The run 1:18.08, 1:18.08. Number 3 we've got running 6th, yep. 35.97. They've got home all right, haven't they? Thank you. Okay, 35.97. Quinella 9.30. Exacta 26.50. Trifecta $160.60. And the extra double has paid $108.
Racing, Chavog on the insides, bounced away quickly. Catnip has begun okay out in the centre, and she's flying up towards the front, and Piccadilly Circus is working forward also. When they settle down, Catnip on the outside and Chavog, who pushed up. Special Edition is on the outside of those, about 3 further back. Piccadilly Circus, 1 to Mr. Innocent. Further back in the race, Denari, Gold Moment, Parastream, then Danilar, well back, Smart Banker, then further back was Prowl, and with it Straight Wilder, and near the tail of the field is Educate. It's Chavog on the inside of Catnip, 2.5 in front now from Special Edition third. Going up outside it now, Piccadilly Circus there, 3 or 4 in front of Denari, then Mr. Innocent, and well back in the race, Danilar, Gold Moment, Parastream, hard ridden up to the turn, and Chavog on the inside in front of Catnip. Piccadilly Circus making a race around the outside. Catnip's gone in the straight. Chavog the leader from Piccadilly Circus, and Denari wider out, followed by Special Edition. Chavog under pressure, grabbed by Piccadilly Circus, and here's Denari. Denari with a run and wider out. Danilar putting in the big strides, is gobbling up the ground. Danilar raced to Denari. They bumped. Then Piccadilly Circus, but G Hall on Danilar. Danilar scores 3/4 to a length over Denari. We might hear more. Third's tight, Piccadilly Circus, Chavog, and flashing home out wide, Parastream. Just behind those would have been further back Chavog. They ran over the top of them from Prowl. Then Mr. Innocent, Educate, further back Gold Moment, followed by Smart Banker, and Catnip is back at the tail.
Number 12 there, Danilar, showing at 19.10 and 5.20 over 14 Denari at $13.10. It's tight third. We have number 10 Piccadilly Circus Prominent at $4.30 and Chavog number 4 at $1.40.
Right.
12 Danilar, 15.80, 4.20, 14 Denari to return, $10.70. Those for third, 10 Piccadilly Circus at $4.10, or number 4 Chavog, $1.40. Treble, 3, 7, 12, $876.90.
Well, ridden by Greg Hall for Lee Freedman. Number 14 Denari, ridden by Brett Preble, is second. Third, number 10 Piccadilly Circus, Rod Griffiths. And here's Straight Wilder, just trotting down the track, hasn't completed the course. It's just walking back to the enclosure here. Straight Wilder, we'll get a report on it. Well, let's have a look at the replay again in the home straight here, with Danilar looming up out in the middle. And there's been contact with Denari when they turned. Chavog in front, Piccadilly Circus grabbed it. Denari started to move up. The smaller filly, Catnip, was gone. Special Edition was looking for a way out. And then this big filly, looks more like a colt, Danilar, in the Doremus colours, started to put in the big strides, ranges up, rolls in, contacts Denari. Hall straightened it up, stopped using the whip, but it's come away to win by just over a length. The margin is very important here, the margin of just over a length. Let's go to Lee Freedman. He's there with Roy Higgins in the mounting yard.
Well, Lee, trainer of the winner here in Danilar. Lee, well, you had your hiccups this morning. We're losing the very good filly, and you come out and run first and third with your others.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, you know, this filly went to the Easter sales, and I think Keith, you know, hardly got a bid on her. I think he sort of bought her back at 190, and she, right from the word go, she's shown enormous ability, and I was quite confident today. I thought she'd run a great race.
She is more like a 3-year-old colt, and probably one that you would think is going to get over a bit of ground.
Yeah, well, she's out of a Perth Cup winner, and she gives every indication that she's going to want further than 1,200, so she's a perfect slipper horse too.
What? Right, they're almost at Newcastle.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there, unfortunately.
Racing this time, Masked Party and Quick Flick got the best of the jump. Out pretty well, nearer to the inside was Hockney, followed closely then by Arletty, and not far away is Monet's Cove. Then Future King Zoragel, 2 lengths to Babu's Boy, 1 Galactic Valley to second last, Ravada last. As they go down by the 1100 metres, and Quick Flick shows the way. About a length or so on Hockney, keen to run. Third Masked Party, 3 Arletty, Monet's Cove, and off the track next Future King. Zoragel hunting up on the inside, passing Future King. About 2 lengths to Babu's Boy, Ravada second last, and Galactic Valley the tail ender. Quick Flick left alone in front, down by the 700, more than a length on Masked Party, ahead to Hockney the inside and to Arletty. Then comes Zoragel further back as Monet's Cove, 2.5 to Future King. Another 2 lengths further back, Babu's Boy, Galactic Valley with its ear scrubbed off second last, and 3 lengths Ravada. In the Apollo, they're coming to the corner, and Quick Flick is in full flight and coming around the bend now, 300 to go. Quick Flick has marked him on for, takes him 4 away from the rails. He's 3 lengths on Masked Party, Hockney a length off third, and then comes Arletty, Future King, Galactic Valley and Zoragel. But Quick Flick is giving a mighty display. 150 to go. They can't catch the big grey. He's about 4 on Masked Party, Future King getting home late, but Quick Flick, oh, what a win. Quick Flick beat Future King and Masked Party, then Zoragel, followed by Arletty, Babu's Boy, Galactic Valley, and then came Ravada, Hockney, and Absolute tailed off Monet's Cove. What a great horse he is.
Number 2, Quick Flick, 361.50. 5 Future King, 440. 3 Masked Party, 210.
40 in New South Wales. Number 5, Future King, ridden by John Powell. Second has paid $3.30. And third will go to number 3, Masked Party, ridden by Chris Muntz, and it's paid $2.70. 42 starts, 14 wins, 9 seconds, 3 thirds, and the overall purse today of 68,000 takes him on to, oh geez, about 68, 12, not about nearly $930,000. A grey gelding 5 and a lot more money to come for the owners. He's by Spectacular Spy from Lillaflicker, trained by Tim Donnelly, who must be given great credit for the way he's trained and placed this horse, and Mark de Montfort, who's been on him for the bigger percentage of his racing career. 42 starts, 14 wins, 9 seconds, 3 thirds. First up since winning or running a good second in the Villiers, and prior to that, of course, had won the Hawkesbury Cup. Second placing going to Future King by 1 to Dancer Blazing Dollar. Bay gelding 5 Guy Walter. John Powell got home well without ever looking a hope of beating the Flick. And Masked Party by Masqué Party. Chestnut gelding 5 Graham Rogerson, Chris Muntz, and the bubble burst today with Hockney. Every conceivable chance, and we couldn't put the track down as any excuse, because he has won on rain-affected ground previously. 2, 5, 3. Number 6 ran fourth, Zoragel. The Quinella has paid $27.20. Exacta 41.10. The trifecta has returned $310.90. The overall time was 1:23.37. 1:23.37. Naturalism's record is 1:21.90. And what was your sectional, Damien? 37.07, and the margins 3 1/4 a long neck. Thanks a million. 3 1/4 long neck, and you've got other details there.
George, and they've bounced in a fair line too. Jewel of the Pride first out with Tarn Purlane. Doremus went straight back second last, and with him is Rustic Dream. Might and Power going forward, and around the outside is Willoughby. Might and Power's in front in the early stages in the St George. Led about a neck on the outside. Second is Willoughby, a length and a half Jewel of the Pride, Tarn Purlane. 1 further back to Dane Ripper from Always Aloof, getting back in the centre. 2 lengths into Rustic Dream, and last of all on the inside is Doremus. Up the back, this is the familiar role for Might and Power over a bit of distance today, and he's nearly a length in front. Second is Willoughby, a length further back Jewel of the Pride, a 3/4 Tarn Purlane fourth. Then came Dane Ripper, followed by Batavian, caught 3 deep and travelling forward. A half Always Aloof, and then Doremus and Rustic Dream rolling down the hill. Batavian can't be held at the moment, and he's going around the outside to put pressure on Might and Power, and they come down the side. Willoughby's right there in the centre, and on the outside, Willoughby goes up to Might and Power. 2 Batavian, he now gets in third. 1 then to Jewel of the Pride, further back fourth, a half Tarn Purlane. Then Always Aloof from Dane Ripper, and about 4 to Rustic Dream and Doremus. Might and Power on the inside of Willoughby as they go towards the 6 650 metre mark. They're 2.5 Batavian in the riders busy now. Tarn Per Lane went around it on the fence. Jewel of the Pride at one further back, Always Aloof, followed by Dane Ripper, Rustic Dream and 3 to Remus last of all. Willoughby on the outside of Might and Power. He hasn't let it go yet, Jimmy, when they turn. 3 to Tarn Per Lane and further back than Always Aloof when they straighten up. Might and Power is about to put his foot to the pedal and see what's there. On the outside, Willoughby sticks with him. Dane Ripper gets out now. Cassidy calls on Might and Power. It's a neck in front. Dane Ripper after it out in the middle. Dane Ripper goes to Might and Power. Don't tell me another favourite to go under. Yes, it's Dane Ripper. Dane Ripper, 3/4 Might and Power. 3 lengths away, third Rustic Dream, then Willoughby fourth. From Always Aloof to Remus finished off okay from Tarn Per Lane. Batavian and Jewel of the Pride is last of all.
Winner there, number 8, Dane Ripper, showing at 690, 190, 4 Might and Power, 110, and 6 Rustic Dream, 430.
8 Dane Ripper, 670, 190, 4 Might and Power, 110, 6 Rustic Dream, 460.
Might and Power coasting
in the
around
prelude.
the turn.
Colour Spirit out wide, a little slow to go. And
Okay.
And one of the best to get going, Tie the Knot. Well, it won't stay there long. No, it's dropping back now. And Adam scoots through to lead by about 3/4 to a length on return to go. Guinea's going through on the inside to be in the third posse, followed closely by Irish Air, 2 to Pleasure Giver. And then a length Tie the Knot, followed 2 back by Antiquity, and a good margin to Tri Cove, and then Spying, who's back second last, and Brave Prince is third last as they race along past the 850. And Adam shows the way. A half length on return to go. 3 lengths to the favourite Guineas. A length and a half further back, Irish Air outside of Pleasure Giver. 1 to Tie the Knot, and then Brave Prince, followed by Antiquity, Spying and Tri Cove. At the 600 they run on the Hobartville, and these 2 leaders get away with return to go. Drawing a length clear on Adam. 4 lengths to Guineas. A length to Irish Air. 3/4 Pleasure Giver. 1 Brave Prince locked up on the inside of Tie the Knot. 2 Antiquity a mile back, and then Spying and Tri Cove as they round the corner. And return to go straightens up a length on Adam. 2.5 to Pleasure Giver, going after return to go, and Adam very, very quickly, and then Irish Air and Brave Prince on the inside from Tie the Knot. But Pleasure Giver hits the front now. 100 to go on the Hobartville. Pleasure Giver is clear. Brave Prince is trying to run him down, but to no avail, and Pleasure Giver gives Mark de Montfort another big win today. Pleasure Giver beat Brave Prince at Adam, then Tie the Knot, Irish Air, Spying, followed by Tri Cove, Antiquity. Return to go's run second last, and Guineas was at the tail of the field.
Super Tab there, number 4, Pleasure Giver, $5, $1.90. Second went to number 3, Brave Prince, to pay $2.90, and 5 Adam, place dividend $2.40, daily double on 10 and 4 to return $110.50.
She was travelling well a fair way from home, and he pulled the right rein, didn't he, John Morris, electing to scratch from the Apollo Stakes and run him against his own age group, the 3-year-olds, and Pleasure Giver too good. Number 4, Pleasure Giver, has run 1:24.25, well outside the record held by Shaftesbury Avenue, trained by John Morris for T. Hughes, T. Kennedy, A. Cardy, T. Holmes, Dr. R. Abood, B. Payton and R. A. Pegham, and ridden by Mark de Montfort. Second placing to number 3, Brave Prince. That was a nice return by this colt, grey in colour, by Ken Mayer from Bravery. Sterling M. Smith, the trainer at Randwick, Mick Dittman. And number 5, Adam, battled on well by Rubiton from the Heidi Ho, a bay colt 3, Ray Brock, John Powell.
Thanks, Ian. Here's Kel.
Second leg of the double over the 5:30.
With Prefer an Angel and Blue Storm travelling forward. So's Archwin on the outside when they settle down. Prefer an Angel landed in front of Blue Storm and Amy's Dream Archwin from Miss Dugard, Dashing Eagle. They're all pushing up with Glitzy, a length and a half then to Northern Deed over on the inside of Chevelle Place and Tersine to the centre. 2 further back then Godina from Burning Embers, and near the tail on the outside is Volakai. Down the side, Prefer an Angel nearly a length in front. On the outside is Archwin. Blue Storm just behind them. Amy's Dream inside it, and Miss Dugard's 3 out. A half further back, 5th in the middle is Dashing Eagle, 3 off the front. 1 further back, Glitzy, Northern Deed on the inside of Tersina. Then Chevelle Place from Burning Embers, and well back in the race then Godina, and on the outside of it is Volakai. 600 metres to go. Prefer an Angel. Increase the tempo a little before the turn. Nearly a length Archwin. Right behind them, Dashing Eagle quickly looming up in the middle on the inside of Blue Storm. Over on the fence there as Amy's Dream as the leaders start to shift out. Prefer an Angel got off the track and Chevelle Place and Miss Dugar are wider out. In the straight, Prefer an Angel leader. Getting up on the inside, Dashing Eagle and Blue Storm starting to drive quickly in the centre. Grabs them now. Blue Storm in the middle from Miss Dugar on the outside from Dashing Eagle. Blue Storm took the lead from Miss Dugar. Out wide was Chevelle Place. Back on the inside, Burning Embers. Blue Storm scores 3/4 to either Burning Embers or Chevelle Place. Then further back was Miss Dugar from Dashing Eagle. Behind them, Prefer an Angel, followed by Volakai. Then further back was Tursina from Amy's Dream, Archwin, Gadina. The last two are Glitzy and with it Northern Deed.
11 there, Blue Storm to pay 5.10, 2.10, Tight Miners, 9 Burning Embers showing at 5.40 or 4 Chevelle Place at 1.90.
Just repeating number 4, April Fool running third at the Gold Coast.
11 in Melbourne. That's Blue Storm to pay 4.80 and 2 even. Number 9, Burning Embers to pay 5.40 and 4 Chevelle Place 1.80.
Aaron with the right money for Blue Storm, and she's got the prize and has landed some fair wages here. Blue Storm, number 11, Jim Cassidy. Judge looking at the print for the Miners to separate the inside Burning Embers and Chevelle Place on the outside. A photo for the Miners, and it's 11 and a photo, and 4 gets second. Chevelle Place the outside, just ahead of number 9, which is Burning Embers back to the fence. Made up a lot of ground. 11, 4 and 9 with Prefer an Angel leading them up and coming well off the fence before the home turn. Got about 4 to 5 at least away from the fence, and they started to tackle it. It was Blue Storm and Dashing Eagle who quickly pounced towards this leader, and the winner just a bit too good. Number 11, Blue Storm, 8 starts for 7 wins now. 1 second was behind Miss Dugar. Miss Dugar was caught wide most of the way here this afternoon in 1:23.62.
The update for race 6 at Doom.
Racing this time, Camino Rose, one of the smartest out, but as we look towards the outside, it's Misty Dawn, the early leader from Captivating. Come Spring working into third posse, and fourth Camino Rose. La Ferry is fifth, and then Savern on the inside. A length to Sweet Consort, 2 lengths Direct Attack, followed by Snapshot, Something Special, and then Touristic, 2 lengths to Cybele, and then comes Simone, Shindig, Prairie Golf Circuit, and last of all is Tropic down past the 900, and Misty Dawn shows the way. A length and a half Come Spring, third Savern, Captivating fourth, fifth in the middle Camino Rose, and then Sweet Consort, followed by Direct Attack. A length to La Ferry, Touristic, and then comes Snapshots. A length to Cybele and Simone, who's locked away from Something Special, Prairie Golf Circuit, Shindig, and 2 lengths to Tropic. Down past the 550 they go, and Misty Dawn leads the big field about a length and a quarter. Come Spring, Savern third on the inside. Camino Rose being popped the question by Carmody. At the head of the others as they come round the home corner is Captivating, and La Ferry, Shindig the widest. Straightening up now, Misty Dawn, tackled by the favourite Camino Rose. Savern's gone up on the inside, but Camino Rose hits the front. Simone Seeing Daylight on the outside. Cybele is out after Camino Rose, and then Sweet Consort. Camino Rose the leader from Cybele, Shindig flying. Cybele goes after Camino Rose, and Cybele got up on the line from Camino Rose. Third on the outside, Shindig, and then came Sweet Consort, Prairie, followed home by Come Spring and Simone, Direct Attack, and Something Special, Savern, and then at the head of the others, Tropic, Captivating, La Ferry, Golf Circuit, Snapshots, and Misty Dawn pulled up near the tail of the field.
Super Tab 15, Cybele, 48.50, 10.90. 6 Camino Rose, 180. 2 Shindig, 4.20.
Cybele has got up on the line at $55. $55 upwards. Let's have an exact check on the tote if you've been fortunate enough. Yeah, 55 neat for the dollar. 13.30 the place. Second will go to number 6. Camino Rose has paid 180. And number 2 in third spot, Shindig, will pay $4.10. There they go, 15, 6 and 2 are Semiford. Cybele, second run since September, trained by Bart Cummings for Dr. G.W.W. Soy. A Baymare 4 by Zabeel from Lacework, written by Brian York. Number 6, Camino Rose, second, Given Every Hope by Sea Road from Monterose, trained by Mark Connors. A Brownmere 4, Craig Carmen.